Bad Choo Choo.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to.
Your final bros are here. It's Brian Hopper LaGrosta and Shane the Third Rake Smith. Because Shane got a bit of a green thumb. Oh my God. What a move.
This is technically a shovel.
It's
this
the
is
new
not how a
year.
rake
It
works.
is literally New Year's Day. Literally New Year's Day. 2024 is going to be a great year, and we're kicking it off with a 1980s horror movie from Jamie Lee Curtis, Terror Train. Trains are bad, Shane.
Planes, trains, David Copperfields.
David Copperfield, that hot boy magician, is in the flick. He's in it to win it. You got great characters. You got Mo. You got Doc. You got Mitchie, which is short for Michelle, which I didn't realize.
I didn't realize that either.
And you got Jamie Lee Curtis in this one, and a slew of other crazy people on a train. The conductor, his friends.
The coal man.
Coal man, yeah.
This guy throws the coal in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like magic?
I believe in it.
Because this is the movie for you then.
Mm-hmm.
Because these tricks, how you get that cigarette through that quarter.
Well, it's just so true that magic is real.
Yeah. I've seen Chris Angel.
Like, I don't think you can dispute that David Copperfield can teleport.
Yeah.
And you may ask, well, then why does he need to put a giant sheet over him? And well, maybe he likes the KKK. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, he definitely can teleport.
He can. Chris Angel could fly. Or float.
Or walk alongside buildings laterally.
Yeah. There's no wires. He literally goes around freaking people's minds.
Yeah, because he is a mind freak.
Yes.
Just like David Copperfield has got an incredible sleight of hand. He can teleport, and he can put a cigarette through a quarter.
Crazy.
Okay, but that's neither here nor there. We're reviewing Terror Train, a movie about a group of... So this is just a classic 80s
This is
revenge
such a
flick.
classic 80s movie.
It really is very college age, young adults. Generally... we will get into it, but essentially it's a classic where something happened to somebody and now they're being haunted by that years later.
Yes.
Whether this person is a real person, this person is a ghost, this person is not well. You don't really find out that information until maybe towards the end of the movie, but essentially you do know that someone was impacted right away, and this affects them 3 years down the road
Classic
in a
revenge.
magical terror train.
Yeah. Which apparently has been remade on Tubi.
Twice, because there's a Terror Train 1 and a Terror Train 2.
So the movie got remade, and then the remade movie got a sequel.
Correct.
Love it. You know what else I love, Brian?
What do you love, Shane?
The Spooky
Tell
Pit.
him you love him, Shane.
The Spooky Pit.
Okie dokie. Terror Train. Frats are bad. This film was released in 1980 and is directed by Roger Spottiswoode. Stars Jamie Lee Curtis as Alana, Hart Bochner as Doc, Ben Johnson as Carney, David Copperfield as the Magician, Derek McKinnon as Kenny, Sandy Curtis as Mitchie, and Timothy Weber as Mo. Terror Train. Terror Train. You can catch it on Tubi.
Yeah.
As you can catch pretty much everything that's great in this world.
Yep. Tubi, best site of all time. Okay, so this is going to start off bonfire.
And
no train.
I love a good bonfire. It is, I think it's the end of their freshman year, and it's New Year's?
Yes.
New Year's bonfire?
Yep. And they're they're bonfiring up, having a good time. But there's this guy, Kenny, who is in love with Jamie Lee Curtis. And he wants to sleep with her.
And he makes it very clear that he wants it.
So they do a little setup prank where she's going to go upstairs in a room and wait for him. They're going to send Kenny up there, and he's apparently going to get it in. Except it's a setup. It's the 80s. So this is the sickest of the pranks I think I've seen, because it's a dead body, like a real dead body.
Like a dead corpse, yeah.
Yes. And that's what they set him up with, and he does this weird spin cycle.
Yeah, so he thinks he's in a washing machine. He's like literally twirling himself with the bed because it's one of those female beds where they have like that those veils on hanging off the sides, and he just continuously tangles himself up in it. I couldn't. You know what it kind of reminds me of? You know when we used to catch those eels in
yes,
down,
the
down by the dock, and they would just coil themselves up.
They would commit suicide
and kill themselves when they were out of water.
I actually thought that's where this was going. That Kenny was going to slip and hang himself.
He doesn't kill himself.
He doesn't.
The film just kind of stops, goes into opening credits.
Yeah, and we get a cut to 3 years later, and we're literally at the terror train.
Yeah, everyone's on the side of the road in weird like costumes. It's like a weird.
This is very strange. Because if you just go into this movie without knowing, it seems like it's a Halloween party.
Yeah, I feel like having this because this is also New Year's, right? Again, so it's just 3 years later. I don't even know if they transition it well, but I think you just pick it up in conversation.
No. It literally says.
Does it say it?
They say 3 years later.
Got it. Like I said, I watched this entire movie on the road, so you know my long commutes nowadays.
Yeah, no, I know.
But yeah, so 3 years later. And they're all hanging outside, yucking it up real good until they're getting ready to go on the train.
Yeah.
And you see all the groups. You got Eduardo, who's the goofy guy. You got Doc. You got Mo. Like I said, Doc is with, and the relationships are about
flimsy.
They're about as secure as one piece of thread. This is like Twin Peaks in a nutshell over here.
I actually just think everyone's in an open relationship.
This is frat and sorority 101. Is this because like the last hurrah or something?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but nobody is faithful. The most faithful person, I would say, we'll get to the scene specifically, but Mo holds the line. Because I even would argue that the females were ready to cheat too.
Everyone was.
Because
everyone was.
I know if that David Copperfield scene got any closer, I know Jamie Lee Curtis was biting on it.
100%.
Biting on that quarter cigar trick.
100%. And I think that's why Mo or Doc, which one it was, started to go with that girl because he was jealous of the Copperfield hitting on.
Mo was the one that's with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. So it was just all a mess.
But he never commits to it.
No, he doesn't. He actually tries to stop it multiple times.
Yeah, yeah.
Granted, he should have never got himself in that situation to begin with.
That would be the argument. Yeah. That would be the strong argument there that he should not have put himself in that position.
Because it wasn't just like a guy and a girl hanging out and just talking. Like, that girl was clearly on a mission to sleep with him from the moment they started talking. For sure. It was very apparent.
And that girl is on a mission because she just could not locate her boyfriend, Eduardo, who was like... They think they just left on the platform, although the conductor does confirm that nobody was left on the platform.
But we can confirm that Eduardo was killed on the platform.
Which happens right now.
Yes.
So essentially, that while they're all getting ready to get loaded into the train, Eduardo literally does he get stabbed?
By a sword. And that's what makes you think it's going to be the magician. He gets stabbed with it like a magician's sword.
And they take his outfit.
The Groucho Marx outfit.
Is that what Groucho Marx like actually looks like, or is that just like something that he wore?
I think
because they mentioned Groucho, but I want to see like
almost positive that's just what he looked like. I'm gonna pull it up now just to
because this shit was creepy.
It was Groucho Marx. I mean, yeah.
Kind of looks like one of our friends we used to hang out with.
Oh my god, almost looks like Walt Disney. Oh wait, there's like a.
Oh, yep. There it is. He's a little out there.
He's definitely out there.
Can you look up Gummo Marx?
Yeah. Let's see what Gummo Marx looks like. Who's that?
I tell you what, he wasn't famous. Some say he was left in Xenia, Ohio.
Oh, my God. No, Gummo Marx was an American vaudevillain performer, actor, comedian, theatrical agent. He was the second youngest brother of the Marx brothers.
Yeah, but wasn't he the one that left the show business?
Yeah, he was. He looked like a normal guy. Look at old Gummo.
Is Gummo his real name?
I hope so.
It can't be.
Oh, Milton.
Yeah, they're not their real names. Because Groucho's definitely not that guy's real name either.
Yeah, but Gummo was a great movie.
It was not.
Harmony Korine is the songbird. He's the best director of our generation.
Yeah, no.
Beach Bum.
You haven't even seen
Spring Breakers.
Have you seen Beach Bum?
No.
Oh.
Spring Breakers.
I know you love that movie. That movie's literally dog shit.
I wish there was a way for us to review it.
Yeah, thank God there's not. I don't have to pour my time that's more precious to me now than ever on fucking Spring Breakers, on fucking James Franco ripping off a riffraff of all people.
Oh, shit. We got to start a third podcast that only does Spring Breakers, and then we end it.
It's just in one episode?
A one-episode pod. All right. So... yes, the guy in the Groucho Marx outfit has been killed. The killer has taken his outfit and he's going to wear it across the train to get from place to place without looking suspicious.
Yeah, and everybody just thinks it's Dorado.
Yeah. Magic is going to happen. David Copperfield has the ugliest assistant of all time.
Yeah, just a known hideous lady. Just looks absolutely... And we don't really make fun of people's appearance.
No, we never... To be fair, we actually are pretty good with that. This one is just hideous.
And then you have your good doctors, and then your bad
doctors. And then you have the TV show Good Doctor.
Oh, look what you did there. Oh, everybody's mom watches that show.
That's literally a fact, though. Is there a mom out there that doesn't watch The Good Doctor? I am a surgeon.
Norman Bates, the doctor.
Oh, God, it's wild. Okay.
Actually, he's not in The Good Doctor, is he?
Yeah, isn't he?
I don't know. Is he the good doctor?
I thought he was the good doctor.
He probably is, dude.
I think he is the good doctor.
Is he good doc? There's Doc in this movie.
He's his doc. Okay, so the next guy that's going to get killed is in a lizard suit.
Yeah, that would be, his name is...
fuck if I know.
DJ. No. D-Jack. D-Jack.
GJ Qualls.
Yeah. It's definitely odd because his name is D-Jack and I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to die not too far off.
He dies pretty soon. That's why I brought it up.
Goes into the bathroom in a reptile outfit.
Yeah.
And gets his face smashed into a mirror.
Yes. And now that'll bring up my first problem with this movie.
Continue.
Okay. He dies. Blood everywhere.
Oh, no, he's dead, Shane.
The conductor's going to go in there, and he's going to find the dead body.
Blood all over him.
Yeah. He's going to go back to the conductor's suite and get his friend. I think that's a train car over.
And then they come back.
And it is fucking spotless.
And the mirror?
Is back fixed.
It is. So I have to believe that this killer can really coordinate this whole plan and have the wherewithal to know that the time for him to come back is going to be less than him cleaning up this mess, plus the blood, plus put himself into the reptilian outfit.
Plus fixing the mirror.
And dispose that man's body.
So this is why, and this is going to sound sick, I instantly thought it was The Magician, and this movie was going to be Magic is Real.
That would have been honestly pretty sick. Magic is not... Well, no, magic is definitely real.
But I thought in this movie, that's what was going to happen. I'm like, they're like, magic's real. Yeah. He's a killer magician. Mm-hmm. They don't go that route.
No, they go with the rational cleaning, disposing, and asterisk on the rational.
Yeah. So they're going to keep this under wraps because they don't want to ruin the party.
No, he didn't want to ruin the party. He didn't want to cause a fuss because they're on the rails, Shane.
Yeah.
And it is a party. Would you agree? Party hardy.
Party hardy.
This is a frat,
and they always party hard.
Bros, for sure. Now I don't understand the theme of the costumes during New Year's, but hey, look, it's a thing, and they're gonna do their best.
So let's talk magic because we're gonna watch the quarter trick.
Yeah, so David Copperfield is going to do a sleight of hand right now, right? So he's going to put a cigarette right through a quarter, no questions asked. People are downplaying the magician. They don't think it's going to work. Even the magician's talking to his assistant is like, these frat kids are going to hate my shit. It's not going to go over well, no matter how hard I do it. I know frat kids. I've been there. I've done that. Thing is, I feel like the crowd, you got a couple of people heckling, but for the most part, they're amazed.
Yeah, I would say this is a more positive than negative crowd for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the jealous boyfriends there that are just going to boo because they're jealous boyfriends and stuff like that. Just because, David Copperfield showing Jamie Lee his disappearing cigarette trick. So, yeah, all been down that road,
He really does make things disappear with that sleight of hand.
Yeah.
He truly is a wonder.
Yeah.
At David Copperfield.
How did he do that trick where he was under the blanket and then in the back row? I don't know how he did it.
The teleportation, I told you, I have no idea why he even used. Well, I guess maybe I said it earlier, but that's the only thing I can think of where he just wanted to be a ghost.
Yeah.
For about a minute before he, of course, did his amazing teleportation trick.
Yeah, so the boys are then not happy with how that was going. So they're going to start chatting up these two girls. One's dressed like an Egyptian goddess.
Yeah, or she's just going to the beach.
What?
Couldn't tell. But was she D-Jack's girlfriend?
I think so. That's what I'm saying. This is like a swingers party.
She mentioned that she was like looking for D-Jack, and then like... Yeah.
These relationships are like, well, if you're not in my line of sight, I can sleep with whoever I want.
This is just classic crisscross tomato sauce.
Yeah, no joke.
This is literally Swingers Alley because now they're just swapping. So now, because they can't find their boys, they think that D-Jack never got on the train. They don't think that
Eddie got on the
Eduardo got on the train. So now they're trying to sleep with other people's boyfriends.
But then Mitchie is going to try to sleep with D-Jack.
Because she thinks that in the lizard suit where she last saw him on the platform is D-Jack, and they're getting in the car and they're flirting it up, but Mitchie doesn't know that it's the killer.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that there's a killer on yet except for the conductors. What a mess.
This movie's absurd.
God.
So Mitchie's going to get killed by the fake D-Jack, and then the conductor is going to find the body and be like, oh, this is real bad.
Yeah, he sees the slipper and then sees the body, and it's that. Now, after just the dancing that she does and like the loose flirting with David Copperfield, Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna see the conductor with Mitch's slipper, and then ask about Mitchie. He's preventing her from going in there.
Yeah, but he does eventually cave and show her.
He can't keep it hidden for too long because we're not Amtrak. So she's gonna show her she's gonna show her the dead body, which is not a pleasant sight to see your best friend dead zone.
Yeah. Dead zone.
She is fucking cooked.
She is dead.
Oh my God, I like that.
Thank you.
Would you ever bang a dead corpse?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
No, would you?
No.
Well, I had to ask.
No.
Not even if it was dead girl?
See what you did there. Okay, maybe we would bang a dead corpse, but she's like dead alive.
Yeah. I'm just getting people ready for Fucked Up February 3.
You're getting ready for that shit next month. That's fair.
Yeah.
The abridged Fucked Up February.
Yes, abridged.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So that's happening.
Yeah.
Let's cut back. There's more magic being done.
A lot of magic, yeah.
David Copperfield is now going to do the teleportation trick.
Yeah.
Place goes wild.
Yeah.
Except for Doc. Extremely jealous person.
Yes.
He's going to look over to his friend Mo. Guess what? Mo's fucking dead.
Yeah, I actually don't understand this
You
one.
don't see him dead. You don't see how he dies. Dude's just cooked.
How did this one happen, though?
Because
we know who the killer is.
It looks like his throat's cut.
Yeah.
The timeline boggles my mind. Because he was last seen in the cart trying to get away from a very naked, I forget her name, pet?
Yeah.
Very naked pet who is Eduardo's girlfriend who just wants a new year surprise.
Yeah.
Little piece of the rich Mo. And then, of course, she gets distracted by the dead body, so she never goes in the cart. But now he's just dead. And this is where it becomes public knowledge that there's a killer on board.
Yes, because he carries Mo's body. Everyone's panicking. This is when they finally stop the train. And they make everyone get out of the train. And like, we're going to search this train up and down. We're going to find that magician. Because they automatically now assume it's the magician. Because no one booked the magician.
That's what they find out. They think that he was hired by...
Kenny?
No, they think he was hired by like Mo or someone.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
He was not. He was not booked. They don't know how he got on there. And I remember that the time they like look through various articles, and I guess they make the link to like Kenny
liking magic.
Okay,
so do they think Kenny is the magician?
I think, but it clearly isn't. So they either think that I do think that some of them believe that Kenny is the magician,
which would make no sense because he got really hot in 3 years.
Yeah, I mean they look completely different, or just that the magician is the killer and it's not Kenny. But I mean, they do make like Jamie Lee Curtis does make the connection and gives the audience a little information now. Because
Yeah.
because she talks to Doc, and Doc didn't know this.
Yeah.
But she knew because she visited Kenny in the hospital that Kenny is a murderer.
I don't even like.
Number one, like, when the fuck did he have time to
Murder.
and get away with it? Because he was very much
A nerd.
very
in
much not
college.
sentenced at the time.
Yeah.
But I think he killed someone potentially earlier in his life.
Yes.
And he was maybe institutionalized for it. That's the only thing I can think of.
But how did he get into med school?
Yeah. Thinker, Shane. He's a thinker for sure.
Yeah.
All I know is that he still had his beanie on because he did not have sex. And you have your beanie on, you did not have sex, sir.
That's true. Yes. If you wear a beanie, you've never had sex.
It's all about getting your beanie taken off, apparently.
Yeah. So the train is stopped. They're on the train. They're searching for the magician. They're like, he's the killer. They're going back and forth until eventually Doc ends up in a room by himself.
Yeah.
And a hand comes and reaches, and the hand clearly has nail polish.
He thinks it's Mitchie.
So I instantly thought it's the magician's assistant.
Just killing everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's no connection to Kenny. Kenny was like a red herring. The magician was a red herring. The assistant was just like, because none of the other girls would, like, it's not Jamie Lee Curtis doing the killings. So I was like, all right, the magician's assistant is doing it. Then I also thought for a second, I was like, what if this is all a fucking prank?
Yeah. Kind of like an April Fool's Day thing
Yes.
again. Yeah.
I never in a million years thought what the actual twist is.
Yeah, it's solid. But in this case, he thinks it's Mitchie, and then you don't see who it is. He just gets his throat cut.
Yeah.
Dog's dead, cooked, dead, gone.
Mm-hmm. Kaput?
Kaput. Dead and unburied.
So then, like, Jamie Lee, they're going to let everyone back on the train, and they just figure that the safest thing is just to get everyone to station and keep everyone away from the magician's quarters.
Literally didn't find anything,
No. So Jamie Lee, though, finds the dead magician. David Copperfield's been stabbed in his suitcase with his own swords.
Yeah, he's dead. So it's not the killer. She's now going nuts because she's discovered that the person who everybody thought was the killer, which made sense,
Yes.
was not the killer.
Yes. So she gets, like, trapped in this, like, bird cage.
Dude, look at that girl's pants. How high are those fucking pants? Hold on a second. Check this one out, sir. I don't think they make pants that high. Look, these are got to be custom-made pants. Hold on. Wait till she comes on screen again. That girl's literally not wearing clothes.
Those pants?
Bro, the belt is literally on her nipples.
Yeah, that's a nipple belt. That's not real pants. That her Halloween costume is pants.
Yeah. It's a rotten crowd.
So, all right. The magician's dead. Jamie Lee's in the birdcage. Like, they're stabbing the pole through there. This scene is also going to confuse me a lot. Because while she's fighting the guy, while she's trapped in, like, that cage, doesn't she stab him in the eye with the letter opener?
Was it in the eye? I thought she stabbed him in the side of the head.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Because that's where they show the scar. I thought she stabbed him in the eye. But, okay, I'm just wrong. So they stab, because the side of the head makes sense because that's where the scar is. Eventually, she, like, throws him off the train, but he doesn't fall off the train yet.
You actually see it like a couple of frame shots afterwards where you see his hand holding on.
Yeah.
So she thinks she threw him off the train.
But he is not.
But he's not.
And this is when it's the magician's assistant sits with her and reveals that it's...
Is it right here?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Well, doesn't she come back and then she kills someone else?
Yeah, who does she kill, though?
Does she kill the friend? The other girl? I forgot her name.
The Egyptian girl.
Yeah. Kills her. And then it's discovered that is back on there, and then there is the reveal.
Yes. So this whole time, the magician's assistant has actually been Kenny in drag.
Yes. Exactly. It's Kenny.
In drag.
In drag. I mean, it makes sense that Kenny is involved, but it's a cool little layer twist that it's this person that you've seen throughout the film.
Yeah.
But, like, she's very noticeably unattractive.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, this is not a real life situation. Because, yes, magic is real. We've confirmed that. But you know what's not real? An unattractive magician's assistant.
Yes.
They don't exist.
And then now that goes back. Now we can talk about. She was on stage when Mitch died. Not Mitch. Mo died.
So if you remember, Copperfield actually pulls the Egyptian to be the assistant.
That's right.
It's like very subtle.
Yes. So this movie thought everything through.
Yeah, no, it's just a solid movie, honestly. It's not bad.
Yeah. So she does eventually fight Kenny here and actually throws him off the train so far that you see him fucking slam into the snowbank.
It is like a super like cement brick body.
Yeah. And just flow down the stream. It's actually awesome.
I just feel like there's a bunch of bags of lettuce in a suit
Yes.
that just
Falls down because it fucking smashes. Yeah, and the movie just actually ends on that shot of the body flowing down the river.
I don't think we needed more than that. I was satisfied with the ending.
Me too. And I enjoyed this movie. Yeah, I know we nitpicked some things because they didn't make sense and they were kind of like, I don't know, not cohesive at times. But I think the movie's good enough and entertaining enough. And who doesn't love Jamie Lee? She gives some good screams. There's the reason she's a scream queen.
Yeah, no, she's just great, dude.
She really is. And
is that Shia LaBeouf?
yeah, it's crazy that still to this day, my least favorite Jamie Lee Curtis movie I think I've seen was Prom Night. Not Prom Night. Prom Night.
Yeah.
It was Prom Night.
It's disappointing.
Because the Mist was good.
Yeah.
And this was good. And obviously Halloween's good.
Fog?
The Fog is, yeah. So it's this one.
Yeah.
It's Prom Night. I mean, Prom Night is just, there's something about it I wasn't a fan of.
No, it just wasn't that good. We do need to review that on here because we reviewed the
love
remake.
how we only reviewed the remake of that. Almost like Wicker Man.
So the remake can't be better, but it's
not better than the original.
But the original's also not good either.
It's not. But the remake's really bad. I think we gave that a very low rating.
I did not give it a high rating in my IMDb, and I don't think you did either.
No. Well, I will tell you this. I'm giving Terror Train a 6.
Me too. Sorry, those were really quick reviews. You want to chat about it?
Well, no, that's why
mine came out very fast.
No. You're just like, yeah, 6. No, that's what I'm saying, though. I'm giving it a 6 because, like, for 80s, like, this is one of the better ones, I think, from the 80s, like, revenge movies. Because, like, April Fool's Day was 80s, right?
Yeah, I like that movie, too.
The Slaughter High 80s.
80s.
Another one that's
very similar.
Good. I mean, they're all the same but different,
Toxic
if that makes
Avenger.
sense. Yeah, revenge. Like, I don't know. It's a good genre, and I get why it's not made anymore because it would be overplayed at this point.
Yeah.
But, like, we're also now in an age where all we get is haunted houses, and I feel like that shit's getting overplayed.
Yeah.
So, like, I would actually enjoy, like, a good,
That's interesting that you say that because we don't get these anymore, these revenge flicks. Like, I feel like the last one we got was Sorority Row. Like, we just don't get them anymore. So
there's definitely some I just
like
probably can't think.
Unfriended and
yeah.
But you're right. Like, what if we go like an entire decade of time of like no haunted house movies? Like that genre just dies.
Well, because that's what I'm saying, like,
or like possession movies.
Because we're this is January 1st. Like, literally in 2 weeks, that fucking Night Swim movie's coming out. It's a haunted pool.
Yeah.
But it's part of the house being haunted again. So it's just like, dude, how many times can we do this?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a really, really common type of horror film. Yeah. Like, and it's exhausting because then you have the haunted houses and then it's involved with like supernatural demons or entities. Yeah, it's definitely overplayed and exhausting.
Yeah. But that's why I'm glad some of these like movies we've just recently been reviewing, I feel like have been different. Like, because there has been a peak too with like things like The Menu, which was a completely different. I hated Skinamarink, but at least it was different.
Sure.
Barbarian, they're really good.
Solid, yeah. Like there's some original movies that are just like very, very unique. Yeah. Obviously, not to be like reproduced from something that happened earlier. Those are completely original ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh god, but
Platform.
Like, such a good movie. Yeah, I mean, like it's fine to like hit a same genre to some degree, but to have like a completely original story. Some of these revenge movies are good. Like this is really solid for like a big twist.
Yeah.
Even April Fool's Day, like the fact that it was like an entirely like a prank. It was just a fun movie to watch throughout, and it was cohesive to the point where like, yeah, there's some goofy stuff that happens, but nothing that we could be like, wow, this is a total movie destroyer.
Exactly. But that's the 80s. 80s is going to have goofy stuff in their hearts. Look at Slaughter High. We haven't touched Slaughter High yet, but that's a movie we'll definitely review on this podcast.
100%.
And
we had so much fun watching that.
I loved it. What was the movie we watched? We did a double feature.
Yeah.
It was Slaughter High, and that it was an Asian game show movie.
It was like Slashers or something.
Slashers. I think it
couldn't
was
think of
Slashers. I kind of want to go back and like
that fucking movie was wild.
Crazy movie. Like I'm like I gotta go back and actually look at my IMDb history for like stuff to do that we watched when we were kids to like rewatch and like it was Slashers 2001.
Yeah.
A modern 80s slasher in which 6 lucky contestants appear on a game show where they'll face slashers in a house of homicidal maniacs.
I feel like that movie needed to be directed by Rob Zombie. I give that movie a fucking 7, dude.
Slashers?
Yeah, what did you give it?
I'm not logged in here. I would have to check on my computer when I get home, but I will.
Was it really that good?
I don't know, but now I need to know.
I feel like it's not a 7. What did I give Slaughter High? I don't want to reveal it.
Yeah, now
I won't reveal that, but I'm just curious.
Slaughter High.
Slaughter High is fun.
It really is.
This movie came out before Slaughter High, though. Okay, that makes sense.
You gave it a good review, Slaughter High? Bad review? Okay. That makes sense. But you really like slashers.
Apparently more than Slaughter High.
All right. So, we got our 6s out of the way. We've talked Slaughter High and slashers. Necronomicon time, Bri.
Yeah.
There's like... So this is the one thing with this movie. The kills aren't top tier.
No.
But for me personally, Kenny getting thrown off the train was my favorite kill.
It's fair. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I agree. He just like a fucking bag of... It's like a rice bag. Pushed him out.
Goes down is wild.
Yeah. The old cigarette through the quarter trick.
Gets it. I'm just going to say it. Gets the panties wet.
No, chicks love magic more than anything. It's
true.
Just, that's the truth.
Yeah. It gets the crowd going, man.
He's got like that 70s hair, though.
He just has this appeal to him.
He's got this 70s. He's got sharp features.
You know, smoking will kill you.
Classic.
No, you know what it is? You have to sell the magic with being hot.
You got to be hot and a charmer.
Yeah.
And
You have
they
to
go
charm.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
I also have this theory, like, if you are hot, you can pretty much do anything well if you put your attention to it.
Yeah, because, like, people are going to swoon over you.
Because the thing is, there's, like, hot people draw crowds regardless. Thing is, if you have an absolute dumpster personality and you make that known, it's, like... It's like very noticeable. You're like wearing yourself as a target.
Yeah.
But if you use your hotness in a charming manner,
you get away with murder.
You're gonna do well in life, for sure.
So we're going with Kenny?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's Kenny. Kenny. Welcome to the Necronomicon, bud. I think you're our first cross-dresser. Might be.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially. I would have to go back and look through all the necros. Hey, what can I say about you? You wore a beanie, you didn't get laid, you may have killed someone when you were 15. There's a lot to unpack here.
Sure.
You somehow were hidden for 3 years and knew exactly what train to get on. Somehow, I think my biggest question about Kenny, and I just love it now, how did he become David Copperfield's assistant?
Yeah, I was thinking of that when I was actually watching the film. Yeah. Totally unexplained. Again, like you have to pick your people. You just got a new assistant.
Yeah,
like,
it's like you.
David Copperfield is gonna get a fucking dirt, ugly assistant? No way.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Getting the hottest of the hot.
Yeah. Well, anyway, just thought of it, but hey, you're in the Necronomicon. Congrats, kid.
This girl's pants are so high.
Her costume is pants. Hey. This is how we're bringing in the new year. New year, another 52 reviews on the final pod. We got so many big things coming up.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be a strong year. We're hitting 200 this year. Gonna have a really good fucked up February. We're hitting our very first retro reel in April.
Yep. And then a big secret in May. We're doing a lot of theme months this year, but it's needed. Themes are fun.
Didn't do a lot last year. We just did not do a lot of themes.
Yeah, so we want to do a few. So we're looking forward to that. Next week, though, however, we're not doing anything themed in January. We just want to start continuing this series so we could get caught up. So we're going to do Scream 3.
Yeah, why not?
Because, they're just rattling Screams off nowadays. So we want to try to get to the newer ones.
Sure.
So, and we're not a podcast that goes out of order unless it's a Steven Seagal movie on Final Friday.
Correct.
Other than that, though, we always go in order. So I guess with that said, we are the Final Podcast signing off, and we will see you next week on the set of Stab 3.
Stab 3 is going to be a classic, potentially.
It is. You know how it's going to be good? Roman Bridger's directing.
Roman Bridger. Everybody loves Roman.
No.
No.
A lot of people don't.
Okay.
Poor guy.
Well, thanks for tuning in. www.thefinalpodcast.com. All of our shit is on there. Obviously, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your podcast. Please subscribe on YouTube, where we are now. And we will see you next Monday.
Bye.
Friday for the Low Budget Show.
Hell yeah.
The B Show. Take care.
The Bogart Show.